Alright, so we've got 10 characters here, so I'll roll 5 for me and the other 5 go to you, okay? So we've got, sorry, I've got a mic's quite sensitive today, so excuse any issues that result from that. Remove, okay, that's 1. Karkat, Aradia, Aradia, sorry.
It's pronounced Aradia.
Aries. Then Swiper, nice. Kanaya, okay. Kakaya. And finally, Jade, okay. Or Dead Jade, rather. The one that Calliope is possessing. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. And you have...
The cherub girl.
You have John, Mina, Narrator, Solix, and Terezi.
Ooh! Alright! We like it.
Alright. The timeline's interacting again. Oh, do you hear anything interesting?
Oh. Don't be so nosy, Aradia. Aradia throws her legs over the edge of the ancient meteor facility and kicks them out into the open space. Far below her feet, the meteor is widely overgrown. It landed here millions of years ago, after its fateful 3-year journey when it hosted several trolls and humans as they had a variety of critical coming-of-age experiences. It will stay here for millions more years, where it will remain
Indefinitely?
Indefinitely, sorry. Will remain indefinitely on a barren, desolate Earth sea, waiting to host a single cherub child chained to its bedroom. But for now, it hosts these 3. Dead Jade, whose body also happens to be hosting a cherub at the moment, is doing the same thing she does every day, sitting with her legs crossed and her eyes closed, using her still teenage body to scurry into the abyss. The light from the outer rim of the stratosphere casts her face in powder blue light. It's certainly a more becoming avatar for Calliope, but most would find. The Calliope who Roxy calls a friend in her moments of greatest self-reproach would die for a body like this. The version of Calliope who's been dead for eons, however, waiting for exactly this moment in history to resonate, to reinstate the corporal presence, couldn't care less about her host's appearance. It is simply serving as a functional vessel for the crucial role she now must play.
What would you classify as interesting? Oh, the usual. Death, romance, astounding feats of destruction and chaos. Tell us what's happening in the dream bubbles, oh great muse.
Please don't.
Very well, let's see.
I think I'm dying.
I'm in danger. Oh no, what happened?
Nothing. That's the problem. I've been out here for so long I can't even remember how much time has passed. I'm out of supplies and I have no idea where I am. And I'm starting to think some really crazy things like maybe...
None of it is real?
Yes! How did you know?
I've been thinking the same thing too recently. Lots of crazy things, and keeping them to myself making me feel crazy. So the thoughts just get crazier.
Yeah, I can't remember the sound of anyone's voice but my own.
Well, your voice is pretty unforgettable.
Are you nagging me?
Maybe.
Pretty half-assed, but I'm flattered you think my voice is adorable.
No, I was obviously implying that your voice was annoying. Come on.
I got that, but since it was a lame nag, you were actually suggesting the opposite, which means you think it's cute, right?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but the defense would like to plead the right to stop talking about this.
First of all, as I've already explained on numerous occasions, defense isn't a thing in my culture, especially with candy-ass legal traditions. Are you trying to reference here?
I don't know. I just said a thing that sounded kind of lawyery, as like a joke. You don't, oh shit. You don't remember jokes still, Terezi, or did you forget those too?
I'm just curious about the
Wait,
pathetically soft legal tradition of your old planet. Tradition, sorry.
damn.
One can at least hope your new planet has figured out a judicial
Judicial.
Oh yeah,
judicial system that has more teeth.
yeah. Yeah, I think Ursty has been getting there lately.
You have no idea how this warms my pump biscuit too here.
Well, I'm glad at least you're getting a kick out of it.
Please, John, I don't have much anymore. Just let me have this.
Okay? For someone who's suffering too much, you sure seem like you're still full of piss and vinegar out there. Are you sure you're dying?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Aradia leans over and sticks her nose in dead Jade's face. She watches how her eyebrows wrinkle at the center just a little bit.
So, what do you see? Nothing I would describe as interesting. Please stop distracting me. Okay, if that's what you really want, it is.
Aradia, could you stop fucking bothering her? What are we even doing here? Serving as like the attendants for the super ancient wise goddess or whatever the fuck it is. If all you're gonna do is get in her face and hassle her about whatever cool shit that is going on in her business.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just really curious.
No signs of her yet?
No!
Terezi, seriously, it's been years here. When are you going to give up and accept that she's probably
what?
Dead? Terezi, Vriska's dead and none of us are going to see or hear from her ever again. Not even you. Oh boy, wait to see HS2. And you know what I think? I think that even if you did find Vriska, it wouldn't matter because I don't think she even deserves your friendship anymore.
Oh?
If she cared about you as much as you care about her, she wouldn't have fucked off like this forever, driving you crazy with doubt and uncertainty, making you chase her through infinite nothingness until you almost starved to death. She would have at least given you the courtesy of closure.
That's not how Vriska is like, John.
Yeah, I guess not. So are you still trying so hard? Sorry. Aradia stretches her arms over her head and yawns. She launches from her perch at the edge of the meteor facility with a little somersault, coasting through the air so that she level with Solix's face. She gives one of his horn a light tap to affirm her proximity.
She talks in 5-word sentences, so even I'm still in the dark about what it is she's really trying to accomplish. From what I piece together, she needs to stay in these trances or we're all doomed.
Aradia, being doomed is all you used to ever talk about. Even I've chilled out on that shit now.
So, you don't believe her?
Shrug. All I'm doing here is keeping you company, like usual.
The work is important. See?
Okay, the least he could do is tell us why we're all doomed.
Doomed is not a word I would use to describe the condition of those on this world. Even if my work is unsuccessful, the stakes for everyone here have nothing to do with the issue of mortality. To frame the matter that way would be misleading. To the extent that it is my naturally endowed duty to defend the innocent from wanton acts of destruction, from degradation and dissolution, it is also my duty to tell the truth to all those I protect. And the simplest statement of truth for all you need to know is this: we are the lucky ones.
Calliope lets out a long, thin sigh from between the teeth of Jade's corpse. It's more for effect than anything, as corpses don't actually need to breathe.
We are the ones fortunate enough to live in a reality that is beyond the influence of the prince.
Who the fuck is the prince?
I never told anyone this before. Well, not anyone who cares enough to listen, at least. But for a long time, I felt like there's something wrong with me. Like I'm missing something important. The thing that everyone else has that allows them to be satisfied with the way things are. Like there's a huge void inside my heart, and I'll never have what I need to be happy. Not by myself, at least. Does that sound stupid?
No, I feel like that too. I felt like that for years. Like maybe I died, or maybe everyone died back in the medium, and I'm only the one who realizes it. Like I'm that kid in the movie where Bruce Willis is dead as a surprise at the end. Except Ghost John crawled back inside my skin, and he's wearing like a Halloween costume, and that's why there's a huge hole inside me. Maybe that's why it feels like you're the only person who understands me anymore, because we both got big howling ghost holes inside of us, and talking to each other makes it feel less lonely. That's what we did, Terezi. We filled each other's holes. What?
Riri, what you just wrote, dumbass.
Terezi, get out. Get your mind out of the. I mean, that's true though.
Uh,
Rewa just wrote dumbass. I thought we were having a serious moment here.
John, I am serious. I think this is the end for me. I'm dizzy and sick, and I can't smell straight. I feel like I could just lay down in the endless sea of nothing and just go to sleep. At this point, it would just almost be a relief if I didn't wake up.
You don't have to do that, Terezi. You could just come home. Please. Please come home.
Then what?
I don't know. We hang out and stuff.
John, you still don't get it. Earthsea is not my home.
Do you really miss Alternia that bad?
I did for a long time, more than Karkat and Kanaya did at least. But I had no idea anymore. Alternia, Friska, Scrub. I'm so confused about what I want. I thought that not killing her would make me feel better, but instead it's like retconned and huge chunk of my soul. I erased an action of regret and grief, and just turned into something I can't stop chasing after. Maybe what I did was necessary to save everyone else, but it sure didn't save me.
So maybe that means the only thing left to do is let her go?
I can't, John. Not ever while I'm on death's door, apparently.
Terezi.
I think it's time for me to go. Goodbye, John.
No, don't go. Please don't do this. If you just go off and die and I never hear from you again, I don't think I can handle that.
John, stop this. You're embarrassing both of us.
Terezi, you had no intent of ever coming home. Why did you even bother calling me? Are you really telling me that you didn't want me to talk you out of it?
I really didn't.
Then what did you want?
Let's say I just wanted to give you the courtesy of closure.
Dead Jay's eyes slowly flutter open. She gets to her feet and brushes down her skirt.
Are you done working for the day? The work is never finished, not until I am able to deal with the prince myself. And when will that be?
The meteor is passing beyond the fall of night. Dead Jade is standing half in light, half in darkness. Looks up at the sky.
Not soon enough. There we go. Swiper, can you...
Karkat winces at the ground above him and shakes and scattering off dirt and debris rains down from the roof of the cave. His fledgling rebellion has found over in the spiderweb network of tunnels running down to and from the troll capital, originally built to accommodate the transit of insectuous slurry from the boonies of the Mother Grub. Though technically regarded as a critical infrastructure project, the cave has never been used to appropriately surveyed by the world government. Back when all were on better terms, Jade was gracious enough to believe the maps Kanaya handed out were anything approaching accurate. With the tunnel's entrance at the blood pits sealed, the rebellion was safe for now. But the presidential drones were testing the grounds relentlessly. Closer and closer every day now. It's not the dirt that's bothering him. Dirt is something you get used to. Living hand to mouth inside a cave. It's that persistent fucking leak directly above his desk that is driving him to distraction.
Swiper!
Swiper Agmont pokes her head into the changer.
Aye, Commander. What's up?
Karkat pinches the bridge of his nose.
For the last time, don't call me that. Why not, Commander? You're the Commander, ain't you? No, I am not the Commander. Did I ever ask to be in charge? Did I ever accept an official appointment from some ostentatious military board? Have I ever successfully led a campaign against the increasingly oppressive regime that we suffer under on a daily basis? The answer to all these questions is categorically and catastrophically fuck no. Well, gee, Commander, I think it's more of a symbolic title, representing how much faith everyone has in you. What fucking faith? As just discussed, I haven't done the damn thing to earn anyone's faith. So far, all this troll rebellion has amounted to is a whole lot of dickle with an additional side serving of jack squats, followed up by a final course of getting to watch our top analyst, Clive Borden, being forced to dance to avoid life imprisonment in a labour camp on live television and making a complete ass of himself.
Karkat gestures towards the display screen, showing a commercial in the next episode of doing the shadow stand with notable social figureheads. Stars versus enemies of the statue with your host, Jake English. God damn it, those names! Swiper's Taciturn Boomerang Clipper is...
Oh, Clipper. Oh.
Right, what?
I thought it was Clipper, but I guess Clipper, yeah.
Oh, shit. Clipper, then.
I don't know.
Name. Isn't... I don't know. Clipper? It's the same with, like, Calliope and Calliope.
Let's just go with Clipper, I don't know.
Clipper, alright. Is indeed making an absolute fool of himself in the recap for the previous week's show, failing to keep time with the jaunty beat and struggling to knock his knees together with the required vigor. The fact that he is a shackle at the wrist doesn't seem to be helping.
Poor Clipper. He could record a stat like nobody's business, but no one ever taught the boy how to dance. If only we knew, this all could have been avoided. No, he shouldn't have to dance if he doesn't want to. That's what this is all about, Swiper. Oh, but what's the point if I can't even say one of my, is it lieutenants or lieutenant?
Lieutenants.
What's the point if I can't even say one of my lieutenants from mortifying public embarrassment followed by a lifetime of hard labour in the cake mills? If I can't protect members of the so-called resistance from the fickle and cruel vagaries of Jane's insane, pastry-based shadow dictatorship, how are we supposed to protect the common people?
Swiper frowns and tugs at the kerchief around her neck.
Golly, look, Commander, that's a big question that I think you gotta take up with someone more in the know than myself. I just swipe the floors. Oh, yeah, right. Speaking of which, the leak in the ceiling?
Karkat throws both hands in the air melodramatically. A drop of stale water flops on one of his nubby little horns.
You know, right by the place where we keep all our fragile logistics equipment. Didn't I tell you to fix that a fucking week ago? Well, sir, you told me to take care of it, and I sure as heck took care of it. Then why is it still leaking? Oh, by fix you meant that you wanted me to plug the crack. What the hell did you think I meant? I thought you meant for me to mop up the water that I had gathered and then use that water to swipe the bejeebers out of the floors, which is, by all accounts, what I did.
Karkat gapes at her open mouth. She runs back on her. The only thing he can do is bury his face in his palms.
You know what? I'm gonna get some fresh air. By the time I get back, I expect the hole in the ceiling to be swiped the fuck closed. Or, at the very least, put a fucking bucket on the leak or something. Sir, oh my gosh, a bucket? Should we be seen consorting with a bucket? Together? Oh my god, grow the fuck up, Eggmop.
He stalks past his blushing assistant with a bellowboard sigh. Karkat has lived with humans for so long that he's grown used to seeing buckets regularly defiled. Now that he thinks about it, he realizes Jade has used more buckets to grow snap peas in her living room than any troll had used for the purpose of reproduction in the entire history of Earthsea. The bucket taboo is largely emblematic at this point. And oh shit, an empty
Signifier.
signifier. Sorry, for an endangered culture. As he stomps through the to the winding tunnels, thinking very hard about this incredibly tragic thing, his speaker crab crackles to life.
Well, that was a lot. Oh shit, didn't realise you were still on the line. We hadn't finished a conversation about the clandestine transportation of the mother crab, which I hope you realise is still an operation of grave importance, at least on par with the terrible threat of the leak in your office. Sorry, I kind of have a lot going on right now. I can see that. Please do not be so hard on Swiper, she really does try her best. Yeah, I know. To be honest, that wasn't about Swiper at all, or even about the leak. Yes, Karkat, that was obvious. Rose and I have been following the dance-off tribunals very closely this month. Your lieutenant does not have a chance, but do not let it weigh heavily on you. Everyone who joins the rebellion knows that being exiled to the cake mills is a very real possibility if they are caught. That includes you, Karkat. If you bear the responsibility for the lives of every member of the rebellion, you'll crack under the stress, and as much as you are loath to admit it, you are the face of this movement. Yeah, I hate you, but you're right. Fuck you, you're always right. As my wife likes to tell me often. Ugh, fuck her, she's always right too. How the hell do you two tolerate each other? Quite thoroughly, enthusiastically, and often. Wow, okay, that's enough of you for today. Oh, I am sorry, I did not mean to rub my interspecies happiness in your face. I understand that is a sore subject. The only thing that's sore is my eavesdrop funnels from listening to your endless mothering. Karkat, I am sure that if you were to just don't call Dave and ask him to join you. Wow, is that another cave-in I hear happening suddenly all around me? He would be at your side instantly. Kanaya, we're being overrun by Imperial drones. It's horrible. There's death and fire everywhere, and also I can't hear a fucking word you're saying. So if you were ever to attempt to reference this conversation in the future, I would have no idea what you were talking about. So it would probably be best for everyone involved if you drop the subject and never mention it again. Okay, Karkat, have a good walk. I'll talk to you about the mother grub tomorrow. Goodbye and take care. Oh, yeah, you take care too. Talk to you tomorrow.
Karkat makes extra triple sure that he's actually hung up on Kanaya for real this time by fiddling with the tiny claw in his speaker crab until it is in the off position. The action of turning his outdated wristwatch is interrupted by another earthquake rumbling around him. This one sounds different, however. He knows the sound of a drone strike like the back of his hand by now. It's a low, creeping below that pulses through the ground in waves. This sounds more like an impact that left a crater. The last time something struck the planet that hard, it was Jade's creepy undead corpse. Karkat runs for the nearest exit and cautiously pokes his head out into the clearing above. There's a figure in the smoke. Her stumbling silhouette includes an unmistakable pair of horns. She takes 2 steps out of her crater before falling flat on her face again. Karkat runs to help her, putting her arms over his shoulder and dragging her out of the dust cloud from the impact.
Mina? What the fuck are you doing here?
Mina blinks up at him with a pair of eyes that seems different to him somehow, but he can't put his finger on it. He has to admit it's been a long time since he saw her. She seems signed bruisey, but mostly undamaged. Well, Shaddy McNubs, that's you.
That's still not my name, but yeah.
Nice.
Whatever happened to fighting Lord English? Did that work out or what?
Nah, it was a total wash.
Oh.
Karkat continues inspecting her without much concern of coming across as weird. He knows something is off about her. He just can't figure out what. There is a reflective gleam catching his eye, a gold ring on her finger. He glances back up to her eyes. They aren't blank like all the other fallen ghost eyes are.
Wait a minute, are you alive?
Yeah, bitch, I'm back.
Where the fuck did you get that ring? Wait, you didn't... Mina, did you rob Calliope?
Who?
The girl with the hideous green skull for her head? That was her ring. I was under the impression she needed that to live.
Oh, nah, man. It's not us. I got it from the other total sucker.
Who?
Don't matter. Complete bonehead chump. You ain't be hearing from again.
Mina, are you fucking lying to me?
Nubs, I wouldn't do that to you. Not after all this time. Your girl's fine with find this shit. My own damn ring. Capiche?
Pisces.
Pisces? Pisces, yeah. What? Karkat side eyes the revive Harris, flinching only slightly at the last pun before offering a reluctant nod. What are you up to?
Well, that's like a whole fucking explanation.
Explain away, nubby.
I'm sort of in the middle of staging a wild-scale grassroots rebellion against an increasingly authoritarian global hegemon. That word. This is oppressing our people.
Mina leans in, assessing Karkat with a rapacious, scar-toothed grin. It seems that whatever she's seeing in this older, battle-hardened version of Karkat impresses her. She starts laughing, big and bright. She slaps him so hard on the shoulder that he nearly falls down. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I could use a new second in command.
Actually, you be my second in command. No offense or anything, but my face is already on all the posters. Also, I don't exactly have the most confidence in your command abilities, considering the last time I saw you, you were talking big about how you were going to take down Lord English, and now you're eating dirt on our shitty new planet looking pretty fucking defeated. But to be honest, I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be a fucking second guy.
You will?
Flip yes.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Just point me at where the action's at, and I don't even give a fuck. What are the orders, boss?
Okay, this is like, I'm not even sure how to say this. I'm actually really flattered and kind of sincerely honoured that you, of all people, want to follow me. It's like completely not at all what I...
You're ruining it, dude.
Oh, fuck, sorry. I mean, hey, fish asshole.
Who, me?
Yes, fucking you, the fallen fascist dipshit with the stolen ring. Get the fuck in line before I put you in line.
Oh, wow. Yes, sir! Karkat reaches out and takes her hand. She gives a very firm handshake, so firm that Karkat winces an eye shut when she squeezes in hopes that she doesn't notice how much his smile has turned into a grimace. Above them, the sky tears open again, and again a few wave of ghosts pours in from Mina's doom assault. Well, here comes the cavalry.
Caviarry.
That word, fucking the fucking fish puns.
The what?
The caveat.
I'm also fucking ordering you to stop making garbage fish puns forever.